We're going to talk about 3 different things today. You've all been here at different times. A month, on and off, 6 months maybe, new, years. It's irrelevant. The work is the work, same work. You all do the same. Like I said, they all give the same script to the same actors. They don't go, you've been here for 10 years, we'll give you a different script. You've been here for a month, we'll give you a different script. It's the same for everyone. It's what you put in, what you see, and what you take out of it that matters. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about, the reason why we did the first exercise. As I said, when you talk to your mom, dad, brother, sister, you hide certain things. You don't reveal everything. You don't. That's human nature. And I remember realizing that when I was in LA and I came back here, I remembered in LA, I had one friend I used to go out with and we just joked around, had a great time. We were both married. It made sense. We checked out women. We did all that, but we didn't act on it. It wouldn't make sense for me to go with some other guy and he's trying to get laid. And I'm like, oh, I can't go there. But we enjoyed that. There's another guy we used to get together and just laugh. Every stupid joke in the world. There's another guy who spoke business. There's another guy who was a very wonderful, spiritual, connected person. We spoke about that. Different. There's a line, someone said, you undress in front of your doctor, you undress in front of your lover. Same thing, but differently. Different vibe, different energy. You're different around your mom, dad, brother, sister. So now imagine that there's actually a carbon copy of you right there with nowhere to hide. Nowhere. We're here for one reason, primarily, acting skill. Imagine if you made a choice that person there, inside them, is a carbon copy of me. They know everything I'm thinking right now. There's nowhere to hide. The lines, the whole movement of the script will come out completely differently. And the reason why we do that exercise, a carbon copy of you is the only person that knows everything. There's no filter there. 100% they know. Your closest friend might know 90%. That's an amazing choice. You don't even have to say the fucking lines. But they know everything. Try that as an acting choice. As I've said in the past, Michael Chekhov said, don't dismiss anything too. You make it practical. Don't go, no, I get it. No, actually fucking try it. Don't tell people, you know what I'm doing for this choice when I'm on a fucking film set? I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about, motherfucker? It's your work. Just fucking try it. The other part of the acting skill, I've said this in the past, all of you need to understand this. This is not touching, this is touching. When you're talking to someone who's imaginary, touch them. In real life, they're there. I don't have to create shit. Now I'm on a film set. And your brain goes, well, it's weird to touch someone that's not really here. And the director's going to go, what are you doing with your hands? If I don't touch them, it's all up here. And you're going to lose so much of this because you're on a film set and there's lights and there's cameras and there's people walking around you. And now it becomes about the words and the blah, 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 blah. You don't have to show the touching. I can imagine a person's right here. And as I'm standing there, I'm touching them right here. It's not literal. I'm touching them right here. Right here. I can smell them, I can feel them. The thing is, when you touch something or someone, in your brain, it looks for specific things. And it helps to some degree get out of your head. Touch. And they could be way over there. I can still touch them. I don't want you to imagine they've got a fucking 10-foot arm. Because your brain goes, that doesn't make sense. No. They're there and here at the same time. I'm standing next to them. It's just that they're over there. That little touching helps feed the reality you're trying to create. Right? The other part of this skill, and I want you all to understand this. When you do something for the first time, for a big part, because it's new, and I'm guiding you through it, and I'm feeding you certain skills, I say, touch this, smell this, do that, your body starts to believe it. And the believability factor is quite good. Now, let's agree on this. It will never, ever be 100%. You're a fucking banana if you believe it 100%. It's not real. We're professionals here. It's not fucking real. You need to have one tiny tiptoe on the ground. It can be 99%, 90%, 80%. And part of that skill is this. Only focus on what feeds you and dismiss what doesn't. If certain things don't feed you, if I'm trying to create an intimate scene between me and someone here, it doesn't feed me that, well, you fucking idiots watching me. I'm like, what the fuck? I close my eyes, I ignore everyone, and I imagine I'm talking to that person. I'm talking to my daughter right there. Touch your hair. I see the place I'm at. I don't look at you or you or you or you. It will not feed me. So, shut down what doesn't feed you. Only focus on what feeds you. You all do this every day of your life without thinking about it. You go to a restaurant, we're talking to each other. And if you want to test it, this is how you test it. Next time you go to a restaurant, tell everyone stop talking for the next 5 minutes. Keep having that conversation. You won't. Because now you go, fuck, I've let everyone into the scene. Let's not talk about that. But in that moment, you're focused on that person right there. And you shut down everything. It's a choice when you need the waiter. You hungry? Yeah, now let's look for the waiter. So you do it all day without thinking. You choose, you filter in things and out. That becomes an acting skill. So I focus on the person I'm creating. I touch, I add smell, I shut down everything else. The other thing we're going to talk about today is what we're talking about right now. If it's 80% and he feels really believable, and tomorrow you know what you're doing. Oh, I've done this exercise last night. Without you realizing, you'll start cutting corners. The reason why you're cutting corners is your brain goes, oh, there's a good part down here. The good shit's right here. Well, we danced and had fun and we took a selfie. And then you get to the good part, and all of a sudden it's 30%, and you go, well, shit today. And then you talk yourself out of the 30%. And then the 30% becomes 20% because you're comparing it to what you did yesterday. But if you focus on the 30% and go, okay, I know it's only 30%, but right now I fully believe in this 30%, then it will become 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. If you go, no, it's not working, it's not good, yeah, it'll be shit before you know it. That doesn't just happen. I always tell people, it's like a chef. They don't go, oh, here, today's meal is amazing. You come back tomorrow, it's shit today. Do you want it? No, they don't fucking want it. They cut their onions, sliced all their shit, prepared all the ingredients, did exactly the same procedure the day before, and the believability factor is a lot more. And as I said, don't just create what's between you and the camera. create the floor, create above, create to your left, create to your right. So if there's a grip standing there, I don't see the grip, I see my window. I see a picture frame right there. Some of the worst direction is you're doing a play that says, talk to the audience. Are you fucking kidding me? Does the character really want? No, there's no fucking audience. Look outside, talk to your window. Talk to your friend who lives across the fucking street, or your friend who lives up there. What's their name? Pussy face. You got me? Don't make eye contact with an audience member. Sucks for them, sucks for you. They sit there going, the fuck are you looking at me? What shall I do? And you go, oh, shit, they give me a word direction. Look at their phone. In LA, they actually pay to have an audience at the front. They pay them to be really excited when people perform. Because they don't want a bunch of executives doing this. Oh, shit, this band's on. How you doing? You want to get fucking laid after this shit? Yeah, let's go. No vibe. They actually pay a fake audience, and they're, yeah, you're doing great, motherfucker. You're going to learn to create that on your own. Most of what we do is acting skill, and we'll talk about 2 more acting skills. There is a small part of what we do that, as I've said every night this week, and I'll be doing this lovely speech again tomorrow, you're not in a band. There's not 4 of you in a band. So if one's having a shitty day, the other three go, hey, motherfucker, pick yourself up. We're all here. One for all for one. You're alone. You're absolutely alone as an actor. I can work on one film with these guys, and we feel great. Yeah, we did this film, and the film finishes in about 6 weeks, and I'm alone. Then I go over here, we get together, and they're alone. And the problem with acting is, if you're selling this product, hi, I'm selling a speaker, and they go, your speaker sucks. A lot of the negative energy goes here. It's easy to handle. They hate my speaker. You're selling you. And if you don't get the audition, you go home and they go, they hate me. I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too old, I'm too young, whatever. You can't survive that. You will not survive that. I got news for you. You will not survive it. So, as stupid as it sounds, and you will not believe this at the beginning, you will stop doing this, and I always tell people this at the beginning of the year. Once again, I'm not name dropping. I've been in famous people's houses. On their fucking fridge, they've got, I can do this. I'm capable. They believe in me. True stories. And I remember the first time I saw it, I went, you need this shit? With all your Academy Awards and millions of dollars? And they said, yeah, every day I need it. And then I go, well, look where they are. And they looked in the mirror every day and said, I can do this. And look where most of us are. We go, I can't do this. I'm really, You go, no, you need, on a regular basis, to talk yourself into believing that you can do this. And shut that negative voice down. Because the negative voice will bring in the 80% or 70% where you can't. It's a fucking motherfucking battle. The odds are stacked against you. So you can't go, you won't survive. You will quit. Don't give me that tall poppy syndrome. Well, no. Learn to sit down, pat yourself on the back and say, I've got this. I can do this. Having said that, you need to also balance it with actual hard work. And not good going, hey, I can do this, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm really good at this. Yeah, I can do this. I feel inspired. And you go, okay, great. Now that we're inspired, let's do some fucking work. That's part of it also. You see actors going, yeah, I'm inspired. And you go, hey, great. Come on now, let's work. But you need to be able to sit down and tell yourself, I've got this. Because your family will remind you, well, you gave it a good shot. You gave it your best. Time to let go now. Time to settle. That bullshit will always be there. You need to learn to trust and look at yourself in the mirror and go, one step that way. And take the fucking step. On your own. On your own. Right? Now, let's talk about some skills that will help you feel more confident with your work. As I've said in the past, touching is this, not this. The example I always give, and I want you guys to understand this, and I want you guys to do it when you're doing sensory work and shit like that. If I'm taking a shower, I just stand there. I don't fucking move for about half an hour before I go, I better start doing something in the shower. But the water's moving. Now there's no water. So you've got to move against the water enough for your body to go, oh, I feel my t-shirt moving, and your brain goes, how would it be if that was water moving? See, movement helps the believability factor of that work. The other thing I want you to understand is this. When we do certain exercises, whatever they are, coffee cup, rain, whatever the fuck it is, it's called personalization. I want you always to pick 4 things from a person. I always give this example. My hands remind me of my grandmother, my dad's mum. I hardly knew her. She died when I was like, I don't know, 10, whatever I was. Older, maybe. But I knew her enough. I knew that she was a nurse during the war. So when I look at my hands, because they're quite veiny and skinny and long fingers, I look at my hands and I go, this woman worked 12 hours a day as a nurse, climbing up mountains, giving injections to people, coming home, eating pieces of bread to keep herself sane and alive during a war. So all I have to do when I wake up is look at these hands and go, yep, nowhere near as hard as working as her. And I can choose to make myself feel like shit or make myself feel great to go, hey, you've got this. It's in your blood. You can work as hard as her. It's a choice. They're not just hands. So when you are creating imaginary people, I want you to focus on 2 or 4 physical qualities. Hands, faces, eyebrows, hair, chin, shoulders. And then make 2 of them positive, and I do this with my eyes closed at the beginning, 2 of them negative. Because you need both as an actor. Things you love about a person, things you hate about a person, something you want to fuck, something you want to kill. That's how I want you to think as actors. And then I choose which 2 ingredients I need for that scene, and the rest will follow. Once again, you do this all day without thinking. I've been in bars and I look at people and they remind me of my best friend, and I go, I already like this person because it reminds me of my best. And this poor person's like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's happening a lot more now. I see people that remind me of my daughter and I go, ugh. And the person's like, that happens without you thinking. Every day in life. So now it's a skill and a craft for you to make that choice. So if I think of certain ingredients that remind me of my daughter, or remind me of my darling wife, or a lover, or a parent, or a mom, or a dad, there's certain key ingredients that that person has. I can hear my dad's voice, very wonderful, charming, wonderful storyteller. And all I have to do is touch his hands and I hear his voice and I go, wow, there's dad. So now if I'm doing a scene with that actor, I literally cut and paste dad's voice, dad's hands, and I go, dad. If I think daughter, and also you take in what I have different connections with all of you. Your body does that automatically. So I choose daughter, easy to work with. Easy. But I focus on different things for each one of these two people. Do you understand me? You do that every day without thinking. My teacher in LA said, and it's crude, you can't teach that here, they'll fucking shut us down. You know, if she's playing your daughter, you don't check out her ass. You check out her ass as a parent. That's different. What the fuck is this? But if it's someone different, you check out differently. We do this every day without thinking. You don't go to a bar and go, hey babe, what's up? No, you look at them first. There's something about that human being physically that attracts you, and then quality, character-wise, that attracts you. And then you go, hey, what's going on? Without you fucking thinking. So now I'm playing this scene with this actress here. And the other skill to all this shit is called stop mimicking. Very simple example. You've all had pizza. How many times? More than 100, I guarantee you. You don't sit there going, I've eaten this shit before, I'll just mimic. It's good. Every single time you take a bite, you actually taste it as if it's the very first time. And then you compare it to yesterday. It was good, or it was shit, it was salty, this one's better. And you go, But you're rediscovering it. Our job as actors is to rediscover that person, those lines, every night as if it's happening for the very first time. So when a director tells you, I want you to stand like this and say the line like this, you go, fuck off. I'll react based on how they react in the moment. I'll still say the lines, I'll still be in front of the camera, but I'm going to take this actor in the fucking moment. That's a skill in the craft. It doesn't just happen. And the reason why it doesn't just happen, you and that actor after a while get tired. It's 8 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock at night. And you go, oh, God. Let's do it again quickly now. Don't do it. It's going to end up on the editing floor. Take your time. Create all your ingredients again. There's the bar. I smell her hair. And just go for it. Your body will start trusting you and go there. Skill in the craft. This shit doesn't just happen. One more thing. This is another skill of craft that doesn't just happen. This is my face. If you can see it. There's my chin. My chin reminds me of my dad. Now, if I'm doing a scene, and there's the camera, because there it is, where I'm looking in the mirror, the camera's there, I'm looking at my chin. And there's my nose, there's my eyes. Right? So now my eyes can actually focus here. Or let's assume I'm creating an imaginary person. Right? My lovely daughter. There we go. Okay? So I close my eyes. I see her chin there. I see her hair there. My eyes focus right here. There's a wall here or whatever it is. Or there's another human being. That actress there. My eyes will look at their chin, look at their hair, and focus. Now there's a camera there. There's nowhere to focus. My eyes can't focus in midair. What you should do as a choice is walk or look down here and go, it's got to make enough sense for you. I'll put my chin right here. Or her chin. Even though in the script it says she's standing right here, there's no person here, I close my eyes, the chin is right there at the corner of his chair. She's not 10 miles away, she's right here. But my point of focus is right there on that chair. And then you build everything from there. Top of the chair, eyes, blah, blah, blah. Close your eyes, literally cut and paste. And most directors say, you see the camera lens? I want you to focus right there. So now you're staring at the camera lens. And all of a sudden you find that you're staring. And it goes, well, it's not quite the same. Because you're looking at a fucking camera lens. You need to close your eyes, recreate the chin or the smile or the eye or the hair of the person you're looking at and plant it right there. And there's my daughter's face. And if someone walks in front of you because they're going to do hair and makeup and going to pull fucking cords, you literally cut and paste everywhere. I've had directors go, look at my shoulder. I know, I don't want to look at your shoulder because it won't feed me. I can use it as a point of reference. That's okay. It's not their job, by the way. That's your fucking job. So now you look at their shoulder and bang. And now I can literally cut and paste it everywhere. These things don't just happen, guys. That's a skill. And when we do sensory work or any exercise on stage, that's why I tell you, most actors are focused on the line, how I'm going to say it. It's not. You haven't even created your fucking place. Take time to create that person right there, that hand right there. Now I'm working with that actress. I cut and paste. And there she is, right there. The more specific you create this thing here, the more the body and mind will believe it. And you'll be 40, 50, 60, 70, 80%. And golden rule, and I'll promise I'll try and finish. I'm here with that person now. I'm alone with them, or whatever the scene requires. If I sit there going, can you see me? Am I in frame? Shall I be more like this or more like this? There goes all the fucking reality. I want to create intimacy. Not show and tell. That's why we have directors. It's their job to know where the camera is. It's their job to know all that other shit. My job is to be alone with this person. We read a story once when they shot Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, and they literally put bed sheets everywhere so that Al Pacino never knew where the camera was. That's why I tell people, you don't need fucking camera classes, you need acting classes. Let them worry about the camera. My concern is about this, about this, about this. There they are. And in between takes, don't go, how was that? Was that good? No, you've lost everything. Stay there with them. Let them worry about the camera. Let them worry about the lighting. If they say, can you move to the left? Yes, of course I can move to the left, but I'll take everything I created with me. Can you just move out the way so we can do lighting? Yes, of course I can, but I'll stay with everything I created. And don't chit-chat. Don't ask people about COVID or the weather. Stay in your imaginary zone. The more you hover in it, the more it's called make-believe, folks. You did it as a kid. You do it when you're in the movies. You lose yourself in the film. Imagine watching a film and every 5 minutes having to go out. You lost the movie. But you sit there for 2 hours uninterrupted into it and you go, oh my God. These things don't just happen. Please understand that. That's why we're here. All this shit is a skill and a craft. It's not talent. It's called fucking work. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want you all to apply all that stuff. The physical traits of a person you're trying to create. The qualities connected to that person. Their sense of humor, their sense of diligence, their sense of hard work, their sense of religion, their sense of discipline. Whatever it is. That's your private business. Learn how to cut and paste things. And separate to that, you have to believe in yourself. That's not a choice. That takes just as much work as everything else. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be confident, not cocky, to go in there and go, hey, I've got this. And one thing that helps you is your certain level of skill. You're responsible for your own work. You go in there, you go, I've got this, I know what I can do. I know what I can do if they change this shit. I know how to cut and paste. I know how to make things touch, smell. There's my person. It's my work. And you feel more confident. I want all of you to apply this to your work every time you get on stage. The other thing I want, really quickly, we'll talk about this. When you get up on stage from next week on, not today, it's unfair on some of you, we just saw each other. Here's how I want you to think of the work. We get on stage and we explore things. So we go from here to here. Let's explore that character. Let's explore their walk, their talk, what they're wearing, all that shit. And then you go away for a week or two if your cat died. And you come back 2 weeks and go, you want to get on stage? We took 3 steps together and you're gone for 2 weeks. Why are you picking up from here? That tells me you've done nothing. What a waste of our fucking time. You're competing with people that do full-time class overseas for 3 years. I used to do 3 classes a day back in LA. So if they do this exploration of character, then they go to the next class, they explore. I want you to learn to go from step 3 to fucking 20 or 17 or 12 or 9 on your own. It's called homework. You should love it that much. And then go, Peter, I went to here. And somewhere here, I'm not sure what to do. And then we get on stage and go, great, show me what you've fucking done. And now let's get further. That's what separates the actor from the acting student. And I see people going, you want to get up? No, okay. Well, they say, we'll get up next week. Well, I'm fine if you get up next week or a month from now, but you better do something in between. I know we're all human beings. I know you've all got other shit to do. But make room for this. You will see amazing acting growth. So let's make that agreement from now on. You got me? And the other thing we're going to talk about, most classes finish at 11 at night, for instance. Right? And I know that not all of you can do this. Let me